Hey guys, welcome to the 129th edition of the Animated Girl Profiles Confidential. Yes, I am doing this before work, and as you can see by the title and probably by the picture that shows up on your screen, we are talking about a character that has grown in popularity all because of her appearance in the role she plays in the webtoon, that's right, webtoon YouTube series, free YouTube series for right now, as far as I know. And that series, of course, is Helluva Boss. And the character we're talking about is Loona. Not Luna from MLP, but Loona, spelled L-O-O-N-A. And she's basically kind of the adopted daughter of, I guess you can call him sort of the main protagonist or whatever of the series. But yeah, she has grown in popularity in a massive way. As a matter of fact, if you go and watch some of the recent videos, clips, if you will, panels that AC Race Best put up from MomoCon about a month or two ago, they did one panel. I think it was late at night because of the what would the word be? What word would you use for it? Because of the subject, if you will, maintaining to the panel. Well, anyway, in this panel, they basically talked about smash or pass, and I'm sure a lot of you know exactly what that is. And they showed a variety of male and female fictional characters who you would either smash or pass. And the moment they brought up Loona, because believe me, there was a lot of characters that got loud ovations. Judy got a loud ovation because we all know AC Race Best is a huge Judy fan. We know that. But the moment Loona came on the screen, it felt like the roof nearly blew off. It felt like the roof nearly blew off, and it was a majority, unanimous, smash from the panel as well as the audience. So it shows you her popularity. But why is Loona so popular? Well, basically, she's just a character that, I guess you could say is more than what she seems, but she's very good at hiding it. And the way she's very good at hiding it is the fact that she just keeps her mind on her, on her phone, if you will, just texts, looks up stuff, whatever, doesn't really give a what, especially when it comes to the well-being of her, believe it or not, her adopted father, like I said, who is apparently one of the main protagonists or anti-protagonists, in the show. But yeah, she basically doesn't really give a flying what about him. Anyway, Loona, like I said, just keeps to herself. She's kind of basically very gothic. I wouldn't say too gothic because she does show a bit of personality, but she is gothic. But like I said, she's the kind of gothic that people like because she has what's known as badassery to her. Literally, when it comes to defending her family and her friends, because yes, she does have friends, she will defend them. She will kick ass when needed to. And the other thing, obviously, that people like about her is she is sort of a shapeshifter. Now, I wouldn't say shapeshifter as, she can become anything, besides anyone. She can become anything, she wants. Like, she can become slime, a slime girl. She can become inanimate, whatever. No. She's a shapeshifter of the, I guess you could say, the werewolf perspective. But unlike a regular werewolf where, you have to wait for a full moon to change, she does this at will. And she does this basically to go undercover sometimes to help out. Like if they got to go into the human world, because there are stories that involve this, she will change into her human appearance. And obviously some of the characters do have this ability, including one character that she has a major crush on and she is falling for, and potentially vice versa. And what's unique about Loona's, crush on this guy is when she's in her what they call Hellhound form, her canine form. She doesn't really show it too much, but she does show it. But when she's in her human form, she seems to be more expressive. Like, one could assume her human traits are kind of taking over more so than her Hellhound traits. So in her human form, she's more, like when she's around this guy she has a crush on, when he's in his human form, she kind of gets very shy and, a little giddy, if you will, or whatever. But, yeah, she obviously has more expressionness, if you will, when it comes to her human form. But it's her Hellhound canine form people are in love with. This is the one they fell in love with. This is the one they know her about or seen her most in. And this is what made her very popular in the eyes of a lot of folks. Now, from what I understand, and hear me out, I have yet to watch Helluva Boss. I've seen some clips. And the reason I really haven't watched that much of Helluva Boss yet is because, of course, I am a Christian, born-again Christian, and I live in a home with my mom, who is a power warrior of a Christian. Power warrior. I would say prayer warrior, power warrior of a Christian. And she's the kind of person that if she saw me watching something like Helluva Boss, she would not be happy. Even if it is my own decisions and everything, if she saw me watching that, she would not be happy. Period. Like, I guarantee you, she finds out about this little demon show FX is doing through Hulu, and I guarantee you, she would not be thrilled about it. She would not be thrilled, period. Even if it's just for fun or parody or whatever, she would not be thrilled with it. But yeah, long story short, I haven't watched it because of that instant. Now, will I probably watch some episodes, maybe when she's at work? Well, it all depends. We shall see. But I don't have to watch many episodes to go off the fact and learn about the fact of how popular this character is in the eyes of a lot of folks. What she's kind of about and everything as a whole. I mean, she does have we'll put it this way, as crazy as it may sound and as non-seen as it is, she does have a caring heart. She does have a caring heart. She does care for her adopted father. She does care about her friends, like I mentioned earlier, that she's willing to defend them. She's willing to defend them. Now, yeah, she does fight alongside them because they're part of this group, that her adopted father is in charge of and everything. But, besides that, even if it's not a mission or anything like that, she is willing to stand up for those that she cares for because they have shown affection and care for her. And again, her father is her father basically is part of that growth because in the series, from what I understand, and correct me if I'm wrong, he was a little reluctant and untrusting of her going into a relationship with somebody else and very protective. But I think over time has learned to let her make her own decisions, which again, in any kind of story similar to that, creates, creates a stronger bond between the parent and the child. So yeah, correct me if I'm wrong on that, but it's those kind of things, those kind of traits, along mostly with her badassery, if you will, her badassery, and gothic nature, and not really at times when it comes to other things, not really giving too much of a flying, or 2 cents worth of it, that fans love her. And it's also her design. Her design is just like one of those designs that's a throwback in a lot of people's minds of classic anthropomorphic, attractive female characters, cute female characters, sexy female anthropomorphic characters. It's a throwback to what you've seen in the early 2000s and the 90s and somewhat the 80s. And I think that's another reason fans love her, because of that. But yeah, she has become basically, in the short lifespan of Helluva Boss, that's still currently going as we speak, You know, she has become a very popular, very beloved character in not just the furry fandom, but overall. And I guarantee you with a third season, I think there's a third season coming. I'm not really sure, second or third season. I don't know what season they're on or they're approaching. But I guarantee you fans are going to want to see more of an emphasis on Loona than anything else. And that's a guarantee. That's a promise. That's a promise I can tell you right now that fans want to see, you know, kept by the creators at Visipop? Yeah. They would like to see that be made a promise that those creators keep for the near future. But overall, though, you know, even though I haven't really watched the series that much, I've seen a few clips. I can see exactly why fans. I can see why fans really like this character. And everything from the design, from her personality, from her development as a character overall, you know, from her ability to go to human form when they go into the human world and all that, when necessary, and even how part of that, like I said, that character development is when she goes into human form, she becomes more expressive, like more shy and everything around, you know, certain people, like, you know, the guy she has a crush on. So, yeah, Loona, definitely, again, I can see, you know, just based on her design and everything and her character personality, why fans love her. But that's all I'm going to really say, guys, on this, the 129th edition of the Animated Girls Profile Confidential. I am one away from 130. Who will that be? We do not know just yet. But let me know what your thoughts are on Loona Hellhound from Helluva Boss. How do you feel about her? Do you like the character? Do you agree with some of the things I mentioned when it comes to her? And also, correct me on some of the things I may have gotten wrong. But again, guys, let me know what your thoughts are. Check out the Teespring store. Or also support me on patreon.com/BWRoses. Also check me out at BWRoses Discussions, all your favorite audio podcast locations except for Pandora. Also, check me out at VENMO at BWRoses for content you can't get anywhere else. Also, support me at VENMO at Brian-Wilmer-2. Also check me out at Cash App at BWRoses98. And really, guys, that's all I'm going to say. But let me know what your thoughts are. How do you feel about Loona Hellhound? And again, thank you for listening to the 129th edition of the Animated Girls Profile Confidential. Next up is 130. Who will it be? We will soon find out. And until next time, guys. Till next time, I will talk to y'all later.